Hello, this is the first of so far 3 planned episodes of tips and tricks and little hacks that every C programmer should know about. Even if you may not use them yourself, you should be familiar with them when analyzing code you didn't write yourself to know what is going on. Let's start right away. Welcome to myCTalkthroughs. So, tip number 1 is a macro to get the defined size of an array of any data type. Look at this code here. We have here two arrays, one with integers and one with only elements which are basically strings, so pointers to characters. So if you want, or if you are in need of, the size, the defined size of these characters, respectively these arrays of numbers, then how you can get that? So to make totally clear what we are looking for, we are not looking for the size in memory. We are looking for the amount of elements which is defined here. Of course, we can read that here in the code, but if you are deep in some code and you need to check that out, respectively, you want to calculate something from that number, you need to check. So, first idea is, for many people at least, size of could be the thing what we are looking for. So, if we use that here, we will not get the defined size of the array. What we will get is 40 and 80, and that is the amount of bytes which are occupied by number and test string. Not the actual occupied size, but the size which was defined here. So how can we get to the defined size? Of course, we could write us our own size of function, but instead we can also use a macro. And a macro we define here in the beginning as a hint for the compiler. Define, and our macro usually should come uppercase. So I call mine size of without an E, and I want to use it with something which is here an X, which we can then later interpret it as this variables here. So that's the typical thing you do with macros, which do nothing else, but later, before compiling, so in the period while pre-compiling and checking the code first, the compiler will exchange this term here exactly to what follows now to the end of the line. And here we do a simple calculation with size of. So size of, and we do a calculation of x divided by size of a pointer to x. So a pointer to this type. That gives us, so this quote here gives us the right size of the number of elements. And that is exactly what we are looking for. So now we need to use our brand new macro here also, and we can do that this way. And if we run that, we get an error because I ran into a little typo here. Sizes is not a keyword in the Go programming language, and my IDE did not mark that here for me because it is just a kind of comment here what I put in. So second run, this time it seems to work, and as you see here the correct numbers are shown. and the correct number of elements of our defined size of our arrays. So to make sure that we really show the correct numbers of any type, I will run this again with 20. So this here are not 20 bytes. This is the number of elements our array can hold. Yeah, the advantage of this macro is that you can use it within your programs without the need of including a header file, and that this macro works generically for any array of any data type. So, as always, you can find the links in the description of this video. Thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the bell. I hope to see you for the next episode of myCTalkthroughs.